Sorry guys, my alarm telling me you're about to come back from PE just went off. So we were talking about we can have the same digits, but we could get way different values. It depends on where the decimal is. So in the first problem, it has 7 and 74 hundredths minus 2 and 63 hundredths. Okay, we know we can drop that on down. 4 minus 3 is 1. 7 minus 6 is 1. And 7 minus 2 is 5. Okay, and that makes sense because if I look at this, this is just almost 8, and this is almost 3, and 8 minus 3 is 5. So yeah, that makes sense. And then if we do B, they have 774, and then they are subtracting 26 and 3 tenths. Well, if I have a whole number, I know that the decimal is just implied right there. And if it helps me to put a 0, it doesn't change the value of the number at all. It doesn't change the value if I put a 0 over here in this tens place. And it also doesn't change the value if I put a 0 here. I still have 26 whole ones. Okay, if I subtract, I can't take 3 from 0, so he would have to borrow. He's not big enough to loan it all on his own, so he would have to borrow from him. So he would become a 6. He had to give some away, so he would be 13 and he would be 10. So now 10 minus 3 is 7. 13 minus 6 is 7. 6 minus 2 is 4. And 7 minus nothing is 7. And we bring down that decimal place. So we have 747 and 7 tenths. Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? I had about 775 and I took away about 25, so that should leave me with about 750. And if I rounded that to the whole, I would have 750. Okay, next one, same thing. I want you to work this one out on your own. I just want you to think about where your decimal place is. We have almost the same digits, but we're going to end up with way different numbers, aren't we? Because the whole numbers in this one are just 46 and 31, and the whole numbers in this one are 460 and 3. So just giving you a heads up, you should have way different answers just moving that decimal point and barely changing your digits. And then it's going to ask you, how are they the same? How are they different? And you would answer that just like we talked about earlier. Okay, and then the summary for this unit. If we're adding, we stack, line up the decimals, and just add as usual. And then if we're subtracting, same thing. We line up evenly with the decimal and just subtract as always. And we know that we can check our answer if we add the difference, if we add it back to what we took away, we should get our top number. All right, you guys have a good afternoon, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.